I wanted to talk briefly about my first book, which is called Hope in a Secular Age. I wrote the book because I feel like a lot of people find it hard to hope. We invest a lot in the people that we love and the communities that we care about and the political movements that we're committed to. But people and politics often disappoint us, and that can make it hard to keep hoping for the things that we want to see happen. There's another problem, which I think is just as big, which is that because disappointment is genuinely kind of scary, people often are tempted to act as if things are more certain than they actually are. And political theorists from Karl Marx to Ta-Nehisi Coates have argued that an overconfident hope actually pacifies political resistance, and so it corrodes attempts to struggle for greater justice. I think they're right that that sort of hope is a problem for politics, which is one of the reasons that my book tries to describe a hope that's deeper and darker. In order to describe the sort of hope that I care about, I draw on two thinkers who are both famously negative, so most people don't think that they have much to say about hope. Dionysius the Areopagite is a pre-modern Christian theologian, and Jacques Derrida is a postmodern French philosopher. Even though Derrida was an atheist while Dionysius was a Christian monk, I actually think that they share a surprising amount in common, and the thing that I think that they share is a certain sort of self-critical hope. In different ways, Derrida and Dionysius both insist on practices of self-critique that they argue are necessary to open individuals and communities to the unexpected. Some critics worry that both authors actually don't leave room for the sort of robust affirmation that is necessary to sustain human life. But I actually think the two things go together. I think what they both offer that's important is an affirmation that can endure self-criticism. And it's this tension between affirmation and negativity that I think exemplifies a self-critical hope. If I'm right that hope represents, in this way, a point of contact between secular political thought and Christian theology, I think it tells us something important about the role of religion in secular modern societies. Both Derrida and Dionysius suggest that political commitments and religious commitments are of the same sort insofar as they both go beyond the evidence. Both of them are uncertain in their view, and both of them are vulnerable to disappointment. For this reason, they both suggest that religious and political commitments constitute a sort of faith that's only possible through a hope that acknowledges its uncertainty. Hope of this kind, in my reading, constitutes a pessimism that avoids depression. It can acknowledge that things are actually really uncertain and that the possibility of disappointment is real, but it refuses to give in to despair. I think a hope of this kind is both personally and politically indispensable. I think on a personal level, it gives people the courage to engage in a way that's sympathetic with people who are genuinely quite different from themselves. It allows for the possibility of personal growth because it's the thing that allows us to admit that our most cherished commitments might actually be misplaced. On a political level, I think hope is the thing that sustains the struggle for justice even when progress seems impossible.